If you had a baby as of November 1 or are currently pregnant, you are eligible for up to $4,500. I would just have to be a kid.
Dearborn Rx Kids is finally here. We worked for this program for over 2 years, and if you're pregnant now, had a baby after November 1st, you're eligible.
Dearborn produces more babies per capita than any other city in Michigan, roughly 1,700 babies, which is why it's important that this program is live and well right here in the city of Dearborn.
Hold on one second. We're about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. Man, I got to tell y'all something. I got to keep it real with y'all. Now, I have never told y'all that America was cooked. I never said America was cooked. Even with all the stuff that Donald Trump is doing, good and bad, I never said America was cooked. I'm officially saying right now that America is cooked. A Muslim got on TV and cried about men eating bacon in front of them while they were praying in a public parking lot. And these men have got felony charges in Florida. America's cooked. In Florida, the most conservative state there is, now the freedom of religion is being weaponized against Christians and men in this nation. America's cooked. I'm just going to tell y'all like it is. Now, the founding fathers, when they decided about having a freedom of religion, Islam was not a part of that. And this is where the problem comes in by having leaders who are fake-ass Christians. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think I've been upset about anything I've seen like I'm upset about this. In fact, I'm so upset about this, we're going to do something about this one. We're going to find out where this is, and as a group, we're going to start making phone calls. Because, you see, you can't have Christians being slaughtered all over the world by Muslims, and then they come here, and because he does this fake-ass crying and whining, then the men get arrested. You can't have Muslims having Sharia law and Sharia courts all over the place and practicing their religion and their laws in a nation which is totally illegal, and then him crying whine. Man, they missed me with this one. I mean, you missed me completely with this one. This shit right here is crazy. This right here is crazy. And the worst part about it is the people who indicted or gave these guys felony charges, they're only going to make it worse for them. Watch this. I verified this is through 3 men charged in Florida for interrupting Muslim prayers. All 3 have been identified and formally charged with felony hate crimes. They mocked the Islamic prayers taking place. There was no touching and 0 property damage. Again, felony hate crimes. Really? Really, President Donald Trump? Really, Governor DeSantis? Felony hate crimes. Really. So when a Christian street preacher is out preaching and LBGT people walk around and grab the microphone and punch him and beat him, that's not a hate crime. They don't get felonies. But these men get felonies because they ate bacon. Boy, let me tell you something. And the worst part about this is, the very worst part about this is, the judgment that's going to come for supporting these clowns. So you open a border to these fucking idiots, these heathens, and then you punish people while they pray in public on the ground. You can go in your house and pray. But they want to go in public to pray because it's a part of their takeover plan. So when they start praying in the streets, what you trying to say is, I got to stand there and let them pray in the middle of the street and hold up traffic. When they ride horses up and down in the middle of the streets, hold on. Let me find some of this stuff. Let me find it. This is the actual incident.
Every tongue shall confess, every knee shall bow that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
Bacon. It's really good.
Bacon?
Bacon? Anybody?
Under the new rules from the 12th Imam, you can eat bacon. It's halal. You can eat bacon whenever you want.
After the prayer.
So, the man says Jesus Christ is Lord and eats bacon, and then he cries and whines, and then you indict people. Get all the way the fuck out of here, man. Get all the way the fuck out of here. Pardon my language, guys, but I don't know if you understand the significance of this for this nation. From a religious altar building perspective, it means that now they've got a judgment against Christians, which is going to empower their altars. They weaponize the government. And the craziest thing is everybody, this is why I was saying last week, I said, you know what? We need to wipe out the whole concept of idea of conservatism and just abandon it. And it needs to be, it don't need to be make America great. It don't need to be America first. It needs to be kingdom first. Because the rights and this nation has no honor towards Christian values and principles. It just doesn't. It honors every other principle and every other value other than the ones that it was founded on. So LGBTQ, transgender, Islam, Judaism, all those things get exalted. All those things get exalted. And then the worst part about it was some fake ass crying. And it'll be the same territory. And it's the worst part about it. When people erect altars, and I've taught you guys about this, when people erect altars to prayer in your territory, then they start to transform and transmorph that territory into a legal landing place for that spirit that they're praying to. That's what an altar is. So when you see the 150-foot altar to Hanuman, the monkey god that they're building around this nation, can you tell me where there's a 150-foot statue of Jesus Christ in America anywhere? Even though we shouldn't be making statues, and you shouldn't make any graven images, but that's just a 150-foot cross. Is there a 150-foot cross anywhere in America? No. No, it just isn't. This is insane. I mean, this is totally insane. I mean, it's absolutely insane.
Hi, I wasn't going to speak tonight, but I actually was, someone came up and asked me to, so this is very last minute. I did not feel prepared, but my name is Lauren Linderman. I live in West Dearborn on Nowland Street, and I love my neighborhood. I love my city. I'm American. My family has been in America since the 1640s. My family has been in Dearborn for 200 years. Anyone that's familiar with Dearborn will recognize my last name, Linderman, as well as the other last names in my family, like Van Houten, proudly in association with Detroit Police and Wayne County Homeland Security.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. So your white ass done converted to Islam. And then you gonna come up here and you gonna speak about your family been here since in the 1640s. Your family wasn't no damn Muslims. In the 1640s, and herein lies the problem: America's being conquered. And my family's been here since 1640, and you'll know our name, Lindenberg and Londenberg. If your great grandparents was here and saw you with a damn veil on your head, they'll slap the piss out you. They'll slap the piss out you. And this is why you don't allow them to build altars and go into enchanting into the sun, into the moon, into the stars in your territory. Because that's how territories are conquered. And so the three men that went out there and stood up to it, I don't know if they understood what they were doing or not in the spirit realm, but they were resisting in the spirit realm. They were standing in the spirit realm. And so the issue was he ate bacon, and it's a hate crime so eating bacon is a hate crime. You get what the fuck I'm saying to you? Eating bacon is a hate crime. Getting ready to be a hate crime on the books. And here's the worst part about it. The Supreme Court, punk ass, is going to be too afraid to take it up. They're going to be too afraid to take it up. Because they're going to be too afraid to hurt anybody's feelings. Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Therein lies the problem. That's why America's going to be conquered. Because everybody's worried about hurting somebody's feelings. But it's A-okay. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is we're going to hit the point and we're going to reach the mark where they go crazy. And then that's when everybody going to get it. When they go crazy, they going to get it. But here's a white girl who converted to Islam. Sitting up there standing talking about, I've been here since the 1640s. Trick wasn't no Islamicist in America and no freaking Dearborn in 1640. And then looking at her, you can tell she converted.
My husband's last name, Serta. My great-grandpa built some of the homes here. My family's buried in the cemetery on Outer Drive and Military. My grandpa, great-uncles, great-grandpa, great-great-grandpa, and my father-in-law served in Vietnam, Korea, World War II, World War I, and the Civil War, all under the American military. My beautiful grandmother made machine guns while my grandfather was deployed.
Does any of that sound like something do they sound like Muslims to you? Do they sound like Islamicists to you? So she's using her whole entire family history and about to justify Islam. I'm going to fast forward to I'm going to speed her up.
I am fifth generation Dearborn High graduate, and my grandma's brother was the mayor of Dearborn Heights, and his daughter is the Honorable Judge Van Houten in Dearborn. What I was going to talk about tonight was recently the snap cuts have been heavy on okay, that these issues aren't affecting us or our neighborhood. We need people left messages on my electric doorbell, knocked on my door personally to speak to me and say thank you, and an old man even left a really sweet note in my mailbox saying that he wasn't mobile, but he was able to walk down the street and grab
30
food.
seconds.
Local stores saw me shopping and added to my donation, including Homeland Market on Monroe, without ever being asked. I also spoke with the principal of the Vol Elementary School to make sure that our kids are being fed, and after posting, people donated hundreds of dollars to go toward preparing food packs for the children in our community. I went shopping and filled my pickup truck with shelf-perishable food and parked out in front of Duval students on Friday to help alleviate stress on parents, and I'd like to make sure other schools in Dearborn have similar resources. I've had people message that they're also taking the initiative to help in similar ways. I just want to sit and say thank you to my neighbors, my community.
Oh my God. Because the Muslims are so afraid, she needs to feed them is what she's saying. Oh, my Muslim friends are so afraid we need to feed them. So, you know, this young lady is an example of what's coming for America. She really is. And I'm not about to run my blood pressure up with this. I'm really not. I do want to address something with you guys that I got a problem with. I got a huge problem with. So, people are not hitting the like button, and therefore I'm not getting into the algorithm. I know how to get into the algorithm on other topics. I know how to search engine optimize into other topics that will get a lot more likes. Those topics don't have anything to do with this. So I'm dependent on you guys to actually hit the like button. And it's funny because I know some of my friends be like, yeah, bro, I watch your content, and I'm guilty of forgetting to hit the like button. Yeah, but I need you to hit the like button. I need you to remember to hit the like button, because what it does is it craters me like this. And then what it'll force me to do is it'll force me to dip into other content, and then my audience grows from those other people because they're more fanatical and they'll hit the like button. And so it puts me in a trap if you don't hit the like button. I had a friend of mine yesterday say, bro, when you going back on Alex Jones show? I said, man, I've been praying on it. And he was like, well, man, you got a lot you can do for the nation. I said, bro, I can't get people to hit the like button. He was like, what do you mean? I said, I can do a video and get 5,000 views and 300 likes. And he was like, I don't understand it. I said, bro, the expectation is that people will go on and take on the most powerful forces in the world, but you can't get people to take a moment out to hit a like button. The expectation is for somebody to go and put life and treasure on a limb, but I can't get people to hit a like button. And he was like, I never thought about it like that. I said, yeah. I said, do you understand the significance of that? And he was like, nah, I get why you're praying. And I understand it. You know, it's free content. You know, you got to do is tune in. You know, there's no real commitment. It's like, oh, I don't like what you're saying. But even if you don't like what the hell is being said, hit the like button. Even if you don't watch the whole video, hit the like button. So, I mean, I'm going to do an assessment today of my analytics, and I might have to go back to some of the things I was doing last year in order to bolster the numbers because people don't hit the like button. Do I like covering these things? Yes, these are the most important things to cover, and these are the things that should be covered. But everybody knows YouTube plays games. So it's like you're conscious of the fact that YouTube plays games, but then you're not conscious to hit the like button. So I need y'all to hit the button, dog. And I just want you to know, when it comes to this, America's cooked. Because, quite frankly, we're cowards. And it is what it is. And I'm going to put some thought into this one. We might activate on this one. We probably are going to activate on this one. And I'm going to explain to you how you get active on this. Because it's very, very easy to deal with this. You got a cell phone, you got email, you have the ability to put a halt to this foolishness in its tracks just like this. And all you do is you go straight to the governor. Go straight to the governor, Ron DeSantis, and you blow his phone line up. I mean, you blow his phone line up. But let me pray on it, because one thing I've learned is that God allows certain stuff to happen to get people's attention. And I'm 100% positive that the reason why they've been so boisterous and so loud in this nation is to wake people up. But this right here is about to be a huge thing this week. It's about to be massive subject. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only James Williams. I'm out of here.